Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. As Sunny entered the living area at the penthouse while prepared for the wedding, Nina cut off her conversation with Martin. Sunny questioned, "Why were you talking to your lawyer?" When Scott was worried about Liesel, Nina said that she didn't want to bother him, so she contacted Martin for assistance. Nina said that the only way she could indulge her grandkids was to establish trust funds for both Wiley and Amelia. Sunny reassured Nina that she will have the chance to participate in the lives of her grandchildren. "Have faith," Sunny commanded. When the topic of Michael and Willow's wedding came up, Nina made the decision to get something from the bedroom. Ava and Avery arrived in the interim. For her duty as flower girl, Avery was appropriately attired. When Nina entered the living room again, she praised Avery. Ava questioned Nina about a tiny blue box in her palm after Sunny had taken Avery to the kitchen for a quick bite. When Nina opened the box, a beautiful bracelet that she had purchased for Willow was on display. The pricey jewelry pleased Ava, but she cautioned Nina that it was excessive and would go beyond what Willow had established as acceptable. Ava acknowledged that the gift conveyed the idea that Nina was attempting to buy her way into Willow's good graces, despite Nina's defense of it. It was her daughter's wedding day, Nina insisted, and there was nothing she could do. "If you want to be in a relationship with Willow later on, you can," Ava said. Ava exhorted Nina to respect Willow's requests. Nina hurriedly gave the gift to Ava when Sunny and Avery arrived. Avery vowed to spare Nina a piece of cake, and Sunny bid Nina farewell with a kiss and a hug. Sunny was reassured by Ava that she would remain with Nina. After Sunny and Avery had left, Nina had done the right thing, according to Ava. Nina questioned, "Why does it feel so wrong?" Nina agonized whether to keep the bracelet in the hopes that Willow would one day accept it or whether to return it. Nina was counseled by Ava to postpone making a choice. Later, Nina reassured Ava that staying wasn't required, but Ava remained since she felt bad for Nina. Nina was grateful for Ava's assistance, especially considering that she was concerned for Trina. Ava warned Nina that there was little she could do and that Trina was being sought out by the authorities. Trina's intelligence and skill gave Ava comfort as well. Ava surprised Nina by asking her about the altercation she and Carly had at Windermere. Carly was too responsible for the conversation's lack of progress, but Ava cautioned Nina that Carly was not leaving. Given that time was not on their side, Nina questioned whether she would ever have the opportunity to touch Willow's life. Nina was furious with Carly because she thought that if Carly had been honest, Willow would have received a transplant months earlier. "So Carly is to blame," Nina said. As Nina confessed that Carly had claimed that she was solely to blame for Willow's rejection, her rage increased. Nina admitted that she had made mistakes, but she disliked Carly being close to Willow and being present on Willow's wedding day. Nina reassured Ava that she was willing to face any challenge in order to have a connection with Willow. "Sometimes life just isn't fair," Ava said. Nina remarked, "Well, Ava, I intend to balance those scales." Ava was dissatisfied because she thought Nina and Carly may come to an agreement. Nina argued that she had made an effort, but Carly would not let go of the events that had occurred in Nixon Falls. Nina, though, was adamant that not just she would be held accountable for her conduct. Ava begged Nina to elaborate out of concern. Nina remarked, "I may not be able to do anything for Willow, but I can damn sure make sure that Carly gets what she deserves." Carly entered the living area through the gatehouse while donning a blue flowery sundress. She grinned when she spotted Willow and Michael on the sofa since they appeared to be a happy couple. Because he and Willow were in love, Michael laughed. Soon after, Jocelyn showed up. There was a knock on the door following the exchange of greetings and embraces by everyone. Chase and Dante stood on either side of Maxie as she waited at the door. The hair and makeup artist's last-minute flight was canceled, but Maxie had instructed Brooke Lynn and Sasha to get what they needed from deception in place of the hair and makeup professionals. Willow ordered Michael to leave Amelia alone because she was napping when he thought it was time to go grab his suit, and the kids, so that she could get ready, appeared in the living room dressed in a pale flowery outfit. Maxie, Brooklyn, Sasha, and Carly kept an eye on Willow as she applied her cosmetics in the background. The women all agreed that Willow looked stunning. Maxie's cheerful disposition was dampened when Willow revealed that the guest list had been altered. Maxie brightened up, though, when she heard that Drew had a lead on Victor. For the sake of Willow, Georgie, and James, Maxie prayed Drew brought Liesl back with him. "And then I'll be able to get my transplant," Willow added. "It would be the ideal wedding gift ever," Sasha acknowledged. When Jocelyn saw her mother gaze at the phone, she softly called Carly to see how she was doing. Carly pledged that she believed Drew would locate Victor and return all the hostages safely. Jocelyn gently prodded Carly, and she finally admitted that she was worried about Drew. Maxie asked who would be Willow's bridesmaid, so Willow said that Carly had volunteered to take Drew's place. Carly and Jocelyn admitted that they were delighted to have Willow join the family after sending Maxie, Brooklyn, and Sasha to the main house to handle the wedding preparations. Donna and Bobby showed there a short while later. If Willow was prepared to join them, Bobby questioned. Smiling Willow. "It was time to mark the event," Bobby said. Willow received a black box from Donna. Bobby said, "First, something ancient." Bobby confessed that the lovely bracelet was a gift from Luke to Bobby as Willow unwrapped the package. Willow was brave and genuine to herself, and Bobby was positive that Luke would have appreciated her. "Okay, a borrowed item," Carly said. Carly took the comb out of her purse and inserted it into Willow's hair. "Jocelyn will one day wear the comb to her own wedding," Carly explained, "and it had been a gift from Bobby." "And something blue," Jocelyn added. Jocelyn handed Willow a box, which she promptly opened. There were a pair of sapphire earrings in the package. Willow's feelings overcame her. Carly inquired about Willow's condition out of worry. "Like a Spencer," Willow remarked. Willow wanted something fresh. Jocelyn knew, but Carly thought Amelia answered that need. Willow gave thanks to Donna, Bobby, Carly, and Jocelyn. Following Willow's return of Amelia, Bobby thought it was time for the family portrait. Everyone gathered on the sofa to pose for pictures after Jocelyn set the timer on her phone. Willow acknowledged that she had always wished for a family similar to theirs. Carly vowed they would never abandon Willow. Chase gave Michael a bottle of vodka inside the Quartermaine estate that had been a present for Ned. Chase informed Michael that Ned was assisting Olivia in the kitchen despite Michael's desire to wait for him to arrive. Dan poured a drink for each of them after taking the bottle. Dan proposed a toast to Michael and Willow's happiness after Chase and Michael picked up their glasses. Dan made the decision to give Michael a special gift after Chase later brought the empty glasses to the kitchen. Cufflinks that formerly belonged to their grandfather Mike were being worn. Dante wanted his brother to have a piece of Mike with him on Michael's wedding day, even though he regretted not being with Mike at the end. Michael received praise from Dante for inviting Sonny to the wedding. Michael and Sonny might be able to move past problems if they both made a small concession, according to Dante. Michael kept quiet. "Am I mistaken about the thaw?" Dan questioned. Sonny walked into the living room right then. Avery followed closely by her father. Michael met his younger sister and gave her praise for her outfit. Maxie, Brooklyn, and Sasha soon arrived back from the gatehouse. Sasha consented to drive Avery to the gatehouse after Avery inquired about her sister Donna. Maxie got a text regarding a missing centerpiece in the meanwhile. Maxie requested aid from Brooklyn. Dante inquired as to the status of the relationship between Michael and Sonny after Brooklyn had departed. "Michael and Willow have Sonny's backing," he assured his sons. Michael acknowledged that Willow was in excellent spirits and rested when Sonny inquired about her. Sonny could sense Michael's distress. Michael acknowledged that he hoped Liesl was discovered quickly. Brooklyn crashed into Chase in the foyer. Brooklyn informed Chase about the missing centerpiece after he inquired as to whether there was an emergency. She started to go, but Chase stopped her because he was curious about her absence during the review board session. Chase thanked Brooke Lynn for coming, but she said she had to go pick up Leo. He acknowledged how much it had meant to him. "Don't bring it up," Brooke Lynn commanded. She hurriedly bolted away. Chase arrived just in time to hear Michael's admission in the living room. Chase urged Michael, "Don't lose hope." Willow deserved to have luck on her side. And Robert were informed by Anna in her hospital room that the 1980s Cassadine technology had been fatal. Laura, Valentin, Drew, and Curtis were about to enter a trap, thought Anna. Holly explained that Ethan had been misled by the guards into thinking that Victor's intentions had been in the works for a very long time. "God help us all," Holly prayed. "God help our friends if they get caught up in that." Robert inquired as to what more Ethan had discovered. The guards had hinted that only those who were close to Victor would be secure, Holly told Robert and Anna. Anna questioned, "What the hell does that mean?" In Robert's opinion, it did not portend well for them. Victor's intentions were discussed by Anna, Robert, and Holly, who all agreed that they would be disastrous for the rest of the world. Anna concurred that Victor's doomsday scenario fit Holly's suggestion that Victor might have a bomb. Robert was uncertain because he questioned Victor's motivation for using a bomb. The topic of Victor's hostages and how Liesl fit into his intentions came up in the talk. Liesl had changed her life since her time working with Faison, so Anna was certain she hadn't been a voluntary participant. Robert concurred with her. Liesl only had Nina and James left after losing 2 of her children, Anna said. Robert was also informed by Anna that Liesl had consented to provide bone marrow to Nina's daughter, reducing the likelihood that Liesl was working with Victor. Robert implied that Liesl's kidnapping had required considerable planning, implying that Liesl in some way was essential to Victor's schemes. Liesl's aptitude was in the lab, according to Anna. Therefore, Victor's intention was far more nefarious than simply detonating a bomb. "It's a biological agent," Anna remarked. "Victor needs Liesl's knowledge to operate the weapon," Robert concluded. Robert proposed that the code in the Ice Princess necklace was either directions to a safe haven or the biological agent itself, as Holly had agreed that Victor was perfectly capable of using biological warfare. Anna was horrified and begged Robert to notify Laura by phone. To make the call, Robert left the hospital room. He came back a short while later to say he had been unsuccessful since Laura and Valentin's phones had been out of range. Laura and Valentin would need assistance, so Anna pushed Robert to keep trying and requested him to inform the Dell USB. As a security informed Victor that the main power had been turned on, Victor moved toward a door in a Cassadine bunker somewhere in Greenland. Victor regarded the door, smiling. Victor said, "Everything I've ever worked for is here, behind this door." One of the guards was told to open the door by Victor. The guard opened the lock with a heavy crowbar. Victor walked into an old deserted lab a little while later. He turned on the lights, told one of the guards to go get the inmates, and told the other to open a big freezer. Later, the guard's inability to make any progress with the freezer annoyed Victor. Victor became upbeat, nevertheless, as Liesl, Spencer, and Trina were escorted into the lab under threat of being shot. "This is the future," Victor declared. Liesl looked around at the dusty lab and told him that she couldn't be expected to work in such awful conditions, so he turned to her and told her that she would soon be producing scientific wonders. Liesl received assurances from Victor that she would be provided for. The guard suddenly revealed that the freezer's lock was off. Victor assisted the guard in opening the freezer's lid with joy. Victor had to be stopped. Liesl, Spencer, and Trina decided nearby. Victor took a little metal cylinder out of the freezer and grinned with pleasure. Victor said, "The ability to finally make the world right is here." Victor stated that the pathogen that he and Mikos had created was in the cylinder, but there was still a task to be finished. Victor remarked, "That's where you come in, my dear Liesl." Victor said that he required Liesl to check on the pathogen's viability and the effectiveness of the antidote. Victor began to open the cylinder, eager to get to work, but Liesl stopped him. Liesl questioned "You fool. What are you doing?" Victor responded by revealing that the infection could only be activated by UV light, which was why it had been kept in a bunker, and she reminded him that it might kill them. Victor made it obvious that it was not an option when Liesl explained that she needed a controlled setting. Completed examining a slide under the microscope later. Liesl informed Victor that the pathogen had decayed when he inquired about its viability. Despite her assurances that she had triple-checked, Victor called her out on it. He vowed to send Liesl outside with a sample so she could evaluate its efficacy. "You bastard," Liesl yelled. Liesl reluctantly affirmed that the pathogen was still intact. She emphasized that she would have to test it on a human subject, though. Spencer and Trina protested to participating in Liesl's experimentation, but Victor assured them that he didn't need their permission. Trina was horrified and questioned how Victor could execute millions of people. Victor said, "I'm doing this for the greater good." Mass murder, in Spencer's view, had taken place. Spencer pleaded with Liesl to defy Victor's orders, but Victor said that if she did, he would free her and send her back to Port Charles with enough doses of the antidote to save her family. Liesl accepted Victor's conditions. Spencer cried, "No." When Spencer attempted to attack his uncle, a guard stepped in and pointed a gun at Spencer. Liesl was urged by Victor to move quickly because Willow was running out of time.